why did I feel that uh, a person should have separate accounts? And I don't think I had ever clearly answered that question. I think it was, they asked me why I say that it's best to have separate accounts. And I guess it wasn't clear. Okay, so here's the thing about separate bank accounts. First off, when you meet someone, you are what? Your own individual, living your own life, right? And so you hope that that person has their own bank account, have their own money, have their own home, have their own car, have their own assets, whatever they're doing, they have, right? They already have their own, right? So just because you come together doesn't necessarily mean you're supposed to put everything together. Okay? So let's talk about that. So let's say you met a person that's older and they already established and they have things already. And especially if they have children, they're more than likely are not going to change what they have made a decision to do with their asset. So when you go into that type of relationship with a person that's already established with their things, why do they need to combine their bank account with you? Just because you're now married or you're possibly living together. There's no reason to do that, because it's just bringing up drama and confusion about what they had already decided. So because your expectation of that relationship should start from when you become husband and wife. So whatever you begin to grow together, gain together, comes together between you and each other. Whatever that person had before you, why do you feel that you should have a part of what they had before you? And see, that's how our relationships get messed up when it comes to money. Because the woman, or either sometimes the man, but most of the time I'll say it is the women, assume just because his net worth is at this status, that now I'm the wife, I'm supposed to get half of what he had prior to our marriage. No, that stays separate. So you should go into that relationship with a whole separate account. Because guess what? That particular account may go higher than that one because of you being a part of the relationship. So now that relationship bank account that you all brought together may grow bigger than the relationship you both had separate. You see what I'm saying? So this is why you want to keep what you have coming in separate. Don't bring them together, because it's just going to cause more problems, because now you're having a conversation about a previous relationship that had nothing to do with you now. You see, or my assets that I had before you had nothing to do with you now. You know, I give you an example, like for instance, I own classic cars, right? I own them. And I got my classic cars through my brother, who was a buyer of classic cars. Passed away, and I was given some of his cars as well as his children. Now, if I get married, why does my new husband get my classic cars? No, I'm more likely going to leave the classic cars to my son. Why would I give it to him? I had already said that I was going to give it to my son or my niece or whatever. So you don't change that just because you get married. You understand? So if my mate wants classic cars, okay, then let's go buy a classic car, because those classic cars right there going to them. You see what I'm saying? And this is why you want to go into new relationships with a separate mindset. Okay? And then when you come to your relationship, then you come together on what you're going to grow and have together, not what I had before I met you, or what they had before they met you. You see what I mean? So that's why it's good to stay separate when you meet, and then you join with something new when you come together. Okay? So I hope that the information and the questions that I gave you help you guys out tonight. I truly thank you for joining me. Now remember, if you're single, only true love is delayed. If you're in a relationship, make sure you keep it, what I say, peace, joy, and happiness. So I thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope everyone have a wonderful evening. We'll be back tomorrow and we'll have another conversation or questions. If you have any, please send them out and we'll talk about it. All right. So have a wonderful night. Talk to you later.